the other way that you can interpret this whole thing, and I probably apply this to too many movies where it doesn't belong, that monster represents an idea because it acts as an idea, Ken. Anna's infected with the idea, and then she infects Heinrich with it, and then she infects Mark with it. And it travels in the same way that an idea can spread. And I know a big inspiration for this whole film is communism. This is really, in a lot of ways, this is like an anti-communist movie, according to Zulawski, because he came from communist Poland. Right before he made this movie, he tried to make this like sci-fi film. And the Polish government, the communist Polish government kind of was sniffed around and was like, this is anti-communist propaganda. And they shut it down. And that's why he left Poland. And then he got the divorce. And then he made this movie. And I think in a lot of ways, you know the line where Anna's cleaning, or it's actually Helen, she's cleaning the knife.
I come from a place where evil seems easier to pinpoint because you can see it in the flesh. It becomes people, so you know exactly the danger of being deformed by it.
This is straight from Zulawski, where he says, yes, like this, to me, where I come from, we can see that the system, their specific brand of communism and the totalitarian state that it created is the evil. And we can see it now becoming people that are enforcing the evil. The whole thing is set in Berlin, where it's this city divided. It's this couple divided, this marriage divided. The first time I watched it, didn't even know that was the Berlin Wall. I didn't even know. I was like, yeah, this fucking wall looks pretty good. I couldn't get over that. Yeah. And then it dawned on me later. I'm like, oh, that was the Berlin Wall. This is set in the Cold War. Like, duh. Let's touch on the way that the movie ends, where it's basically the Lovecraftian fuck monster is now fully formed. We find out what she has been creating this whole time is a doppelganger of her husband.
I wanted to show it to you. It is finished now.
They go up to this top of these steps. He's all dying and fucking bleeding. And then she gets there. She's like, dude, look, we're good. We're good. Yeah. And she's like bringing his doppelganger up like, oh, this is the solution to all of our problems. And then the doppelganger gets someone else to shoot and kill both of them. At one point, communism got into Poland, right? 65% of the population voted communism in. And I think of it like almost, it's like, oh, this is what we've created. We've got this idea. We've got this idea and it's going to be great. And guess what? It's going to fucking solve everything. And I bring it in and look at the idea that I've brought in and what it's done to us. Right after that, we go back to the apartment, and all of a sudden, this doppelganger Sam Neill is like at the door trying to get in.
Yeah,
and creepy. The son Bob is saying, "Don't open it, don't open it." He runs upstairs, hides in the bathtub, and we hear bombs dropping off overhead as we see Anna's doppelganger with the green eyes. The camera zoom in on her, and again, it's like, what the fuck am I supposed to make of this? Other than that, whatever they unleashed. Somehow the way it was affecting them and their relationship, now it's affecting the masses.
This whole communism and the idea, you know, being poisonous and coming in and like, you know, changing people has really opened my eyes to this ending. Cause now it seems like the Mark doppelganger is Mark, but poisoned by communism, as the director would argue,
right?
Is bringing it back to the home, and the other one who's saying don't let it in, don't let the communism in, is the son, and the mom's going, but I want to, or Helen, I guess, is, I want to, but I want to. Yeah, I don't think I would have any ideas about it if you hadn't brought up all those points, but now it seems to make a little bit more sense to me. Just a little bit more sense.
Right. Yeah, just barely. Exactly.
It still needs some time.
It's one of those things. It's just like, you know, no offense to anyone, but it's just like religion. You could just be like, I'll make this make sense. How can I bend this to make this fit and explain something important to me? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's pretty much what it is. I mean, it could be, but I think that is what great art is when it's like it can be taken 100 different ways and you don't really know.
Whatever that means to you.